Hi everyone, today we're going to look at the CTT signal off delay up, and this is a CTT timer and counter mixed mode function that we can perform on our multifunctional counter timer tachometer unit. So up here in my manual, all the things we need to do to program this mode is located on about 4 pages of the 300-page manual, and we're using the mixed mode. So we have both a timer and a counter function built into the one unit itself. So here is my signal off delay time and my timing chart for it. You can see that as my start signal, on the trailing edge of my start signal, my timer will start timing up to the set value, and then my output signal will then turn off. So it's my output signal turns off when that happens. And then if I my output signal off, as soon as I turn my start signal on again, the output will then come on and be on as long as I keep that output signal on the trailing edge. It starts my timing again. So, and during a power fluctuation, then everything gets zeroed, and it's looking for that always that trailing edge of my start signal. So that is my timer mode. And then my counter mode, I have an input mode that's up, so every time I get a signal on my CP1, it increments that counter. And the output mode that we're going to be using is F, which is located right here. So as I get my signals, my present value of my counter keeps incrementing until I get to the set point value. Then my output turns on, and my output will be maintained on until I get the reset signal for the unit, and then it will reset back to 0 again, turn off my output. So you'll see that my count value continues to count until I get that reset. So you can see I have several different modes I can actually operate this counter in. And then we have in our manual our wiring diagrams for our counter and timer mixed modes. Then we have our programming parameters for our timer and counter mode. So let's just program this in now. So if we go to our unit, we hit and hold the mode key for 3 seconds. It goes into our programming function. And the first thing you'll notice is that we have our mixed mode feature. Hit it again, and we have our up mode for our counting. Then we have our signal off delay set, which is right here. Next we have our timing units, which is set for 0.1 of a second. Mode again. This is our count input, which is up. We can either go up or down. Then we have our output type, which is going to be F, which is located right here. That's our output type. Then we have our count speed, which is 200 Hertz, so 200 times a second. That's because I'm using an output relay to actually trigger the pulses going into our counter. Mode again, and this is our decimal place that we have. And this is our prescale, and the prescale will indicate actual engineering timing units, so we can represent one pulse of our counter equaling a distance or frequency or any engineering units that you want to prescribe here. Mode again, this is our power setting. Right now it's set for clear. If we change that, we can set to save. So that means when power is removed from the unit and put back on, our values are then saved that can be saved. Mode again, this is a reset, which is set for 20 milliseconds. And right down here, and then we have our input types, which are PNP. This goes back to the way we wire up the actual unit itself. So mode once again takes us back to the beginning. And hitting and holding mode once again will take us back into the run mode. And here we can see that our timer is set for 10 seconds. Mode again, our counter is set for 10, and then hit mode again, and you will display both the counter and the timer together. So let's see how that operates. So first of all, we'll look at our counter function. So let's just turn that on, give some pulses. And you can see it, we're counting up. And as soon as it hits the set value, it turns on the output number 2 and keeps on going up until I actually hit the reset. And then turn off the reset, and we continue counting. Let's just stop that for now. And let's take a look at our timer. Now let's turn on the timer output, and then the output actually turns on. If I turn off the timer, it then starts timing until I get your 10 seconds, then the output then turns off again. And that's exactly what happens. And one of the beautiful things about this timer is that I can do that all day long, and they operate independent of each other. So let's just give some pulses here again. Alright, and then we'll turn on the timer, off the timer, and we start our timing function all over again. Alright, so both these can operate at the same time. Now, if you like this video and like to see more, there are 3 ways in which you can help us out. You can give us a thumbs up so other people can find this information. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also go to ACC and Automation and subscribe to our website. When you do, notification will be given to you every time we publish new content to the site. You'll also get 2 free ebooks on numbering systems and robust data logging. And the third thing to do to help us out is to tell a friend or colleague about the site. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.